Jesse and Joe, let them know. Hard gas tales, keep it real, let it show. From the school halls to the world's hustle and bustle. Tune in weekly, gotta stay in the shuffle.
Hey, Joe. What's going on, buddy? Missed you.
Hey, Jesse. Yeah, good to be back.
Yeah.
I missed you.
What's the show called, Joe?
What's going on?
With who?
With Jesse and Joe.
I'm Jesse.
And I'm Joe.
In case y'all forgot, because it's been a while since we did an episode.
Yep.
We missed one.
A little over a week.
Yeah, we missed a Saturday.
And hello to you who's listening to our conversation.
All you listeners out there. Where'd you go, Joe?
I went to Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Our neighboring state to the north.
Yes. You have a good time?
Man, it was great. I miss it. Wish I was still there.
Really?
Yeah.
Weather was nice? It was nice?
Oh, my God. It's great.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
This time of year, I bet it is.
Last year we went to do the same thing. There's an archery shoot up there. And the 6 of us went, 3 couples. And it rained on us last year.
That beautiful weather
This time it was great.
That's awesome. Well, I missed you Saturday. No breakfast.
Uh-oh.
I couldn't talk Daphne into getting up and going and getting some breakfast.
Did you just go hungry?
No, I didn't go hungry. Look, dude, I didn't get this way by not being able to go eat by myself.
You're not
I just didn't choose to go to Miller's that morning. I didn't
you.
want to go by myself.
I got you.
I tried to talk her into it, but I couldn't get it done.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah. So what's going on, Joe?
It was an eventful week at the school. We had our STAR testing, which is our statewide
8th grade.
testing. Yep.
They had history and science.
Yep. And I think it went pretty well.
Seems like it did.
It only takes up the morning.
Yeah. Yeah, they're done around lunchtime, 12.
So it's
12:30.
It's pretty chill. Yeah, even before that, I think. Yeah. They started about 8 to 8:30.
Yeah.
And they're probably done by 11:30, so it's not bad.
Yeah. My boys have kind of been all over the place.
You think it's towards the end of the year and they're getting...
I think the whole school's getting like that.
Yeah.
I can see them.
Getting a little froggy.
It's building. Yeah, it's building.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a rough last week of school, I know.
Well,
I can just feel
the 8th graders have already tested science, history, and English.
We just need reading left. No.
Math. Yeah.
Math.
But the whole school is going to test math.
Yeah.
And we still got over a week for that.
Yeah. Next week there's no test, and then
so
week after.
We still have to do work. We're still learning.
Still learning.
And so, but I think with the other tests out of the way, I think maybe some kids are a little antsy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I had a young man take the blame for somebody the other day.
Took the blame for what?
Well, they were at lunch, and I don't know if somebody noticed that somebody had a knife, a little pocket knife. One of those like old timers, like this, little folding ones.
Yeah.
You know, probably a grandpa knife,
Yep.
that kind. Sharp as heck, though. But, he talked my boy into taking the blame for it. Said, I would do it for you.
So
that boy that had the knife stuck it in my guy's lunchbox. So when the lady came around to ask about it,
a teacher knew of it.
Somebody.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's the cafeteria monitor or whoever.
Right.
Asked, where's the knife? And the guy who had the knife, it's right here. He unzips so-and-so's lunchbox and pulls the knife out. And they're like, is this yours? And he goes, yes, it's mine. And he took the blame for him. And so after talking to him, I goes, I know this is not your knife. And he goes, well, he asked me to take the blame for it. He said he would do it for me. I said, dude, that guy manipulated you. If you could take the blame for you, if you had a knife, why not take the blame for himself? Because he brought a knife.
Right.
So it was a little lesson there. Just because you think they're your friend.
Are they both 6th graders?
Yeah. Yeah. Just because you think they're your friend. No, he's really not your friend. He just manipulated you to take the blame for something.
Are they normally friends, or they
sit together at lunch? You know, I mean, I don't know, but I'm like, dude, somebody asked you to hold a bag full of illegal substances.
Yeah.
And would you hold it? Oh no, I could go to jail for that. And I said, there's nothing different with that knife. That's a weapon. and the way things have gone in the last few weeks with that stabbing in Frisco, Texas. I guess it's been over a month now. The one in Killeen.
Oh yeah, there's.
I mean, dude, that's not
Mm-mm.
something to bring to school, So, he wouldn't tell me who the boy was. Wouldn't give me the name, and he goes, "Well, I can't remember his name." I'm like, "He's your friend, and you don't know his name." He just didn't want to give him up. Still, and I said, "Well, can you? Do you know anybody that might know his name?" He says, "My ex-girlfriend." And I was like, "Oh, the one that sits behind you in math?" And he said, "Yeah." I said, "Okay." So I grabbed the AP, and there we went to math. We pulled her out, and she gave us his name. She said, "He's not my boyfriend anymore. We broke up."
Yeah.
So she gave us his name. They called him in. He admitted to the whole thing. Yep, he admitted talking my student into taking the blame for everything. So, crazy.
And your student still gets to say that he didn't open up his mouth.
Exactly. That's what friends are for. That's what friends do.
I guess.
That's what friends do for each other, he said.
You don't need friends like that,
No,
though.
you don't. If that guy's willing to take the blame for you, that guy's lying to you.
Yeah.
He just suckered you, So make that be a lesson, boys.
I see a lot of students that you think are really good. I think they want to be friends
Yeah, they want friends. They
with
wanna be
some of
friends.
the kids that they should not be friends with.
Yeah.
And they're that young.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
what are they, about 11
Yeah,
Some
11,
10.
12-ish.
in 6th grade?
Yeah.
So
it's-
6th, 7th, and 8th, you can see the transition
Yeah.
between
10 to 11.
when they're good and then when they want to
Yeah.
start to hang out with the kids that they shouldn't be hanging around with, and then they start
Yeah.
doing bad stuff too.
Yeah.
Skipping class, wandering
I
around.
have seen that.
Yep.
Me and another teacher just had that conversation today. And so, yeah, it happens.
I want to tell those kids, that I can see it.
Yeah.
Like, hey, like I know you want to be friends with these guys, but they do stuff they're not supposed to do.
Yeah.
And you keep hanging around them, it's just going to get worse.
Yeah. Yep.
But I don't know. It's not my place to say.
Right.
And what if the kids they hanging around in aren't really that bad?
Right.
What if I just see them at school where they try to be a little ornery, But I don't know. I see it quite a bit.
Yeah.
But
Definitely.
I think I am going to tell a couple of kids.
Yeah.
There's 2 boys in particular.
Hopefully you can get through to them, maybe,
Yeah,
Maybe
that I just
somebody
want
needs
to.
to.
I just want to give them a little heads up.
Maybe that's what they need,
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to a little buddy of mine, 6th grader.
Yeah.
Yeah. He knows who he is. Jimmy Neutron looking little buddy, whatever he's on.
Oh,
Kind of looks like that dude on Jimmy Neutron.
that's right.
Yeah. He knows who I'm talking about. He told me to say it just like that. So,
Okay.
hey, buddy.
Does he listen? He listens to our
He
podcast.
listens. He's one of our 12s of listeners. Yeah. He's one of them. So, yeah, he said, hey, y'all give me a shout out. I said, well, I can't say your name, but I'll say it's that. He's got a cool hairdo, too.
Yep.
Yeah. I
Yep.
like his hair.
I'm in a couple of classes that
Yeah, he's a
in.
good kid. I like his hair.
We
Being that I got this flat top, he's kind of got a, little
similar.
kind of a similar do. A little high on one side, a little bit kind of different, but yeah.
Yeah. I was just looking at my calendar here. I have a interview tomorrow with the VA, and I have to do a teleconference.
Interview.
Yep.
You get a job?
No, it is job related. It's to
for at our school.
well, there's a program called VR&E,
Mm-hmm.
and it's for any disabled vet. And really, it's about job placement and career path. So they assign you a counselor, and this could be any way that you want to improve your career.
Yeah.
So if you're in one career field but you need a certificate, they'll either pay for that certificate or find you the means.
Yeah. I got you.
And they can supply you with a laptop and a printer, like a whole bunch of stuff that you might need. But I'm going to get my bachelor's.
Right.
And so if things go well and I get approved, I think they'll pay for the tuition.
Wow.
And then my other parts, because I still have the GI Bill, and then I can use that GI Bill money for other stuff.
Cha-ching, dude.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
But I didn't know about this program.
Wow. That's awesome.
But there's a disabled vet at work that was telling me about it.
Yeah. Cool.
And so I have to do
and what's
an
going to happen
interview.
when you graduate? Well, what are we going to do together, Joe?
We're going to get our master's.
We're going to get our masters. My old butt's going to get a master's.
That's right.
Masters of
Because-
education.
Because why not?
Yeah. Yeah, we might as well do it together. We
Yeah.
can work together. We can study together.
Yeah.
Get our work done together. It'll motivate us.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
But
I don't know if
I
I'll ever
have
use
to
it,
get
but I'll have
through.
it.
I have to get through this bachelor's,
Yeah.
and I have a lot of work to do in the next 3 weeks. But I've been procrastinating, and that reminds me, I procrastinated doing my taxes. Today is April the 16th.
Oh, my God.
Yesterday was tax day.
Yeah.
I stayed up until 10:30 because I do my parents, I do my brothers, and I
Yeah.
do mine. And I was up trying to find tax papers. I mean, I thought I had everything in a pile ready to go.
Yeah.
You just put the numbers in, right? How hard is that? I do it every year.
Yeah.
But I wait till the last day. I mean, I've never waited that long before.
Right. I didn't think I was getting anything back. So with my state money, my state retirement money, I thought I didn't take out enough. I thought I didn't take out enough money that I was gonna. I thought I was gonna owe.
That's what gets you.
And I got worried, so I thought, we're not gonna get anything back, And shoot, I did it. I'm getting some money back, and I was like, oh, shoot, yeah.
Same with me.
Yeah.
We didn't, because the school doesn't take out any,
No.
and Wendy's job doesn't take out any.
Yeah.
So we have our income. We didn't pay any federal taxes in.
Yeah.
Well, I do for my retirement,
Yeah.
my Air Force retirement. I do. That is, they do take taxes
Yeah.
out for that. So at least
I
that's
withhold
good.
it. I withhold at school.
I wish I did.
Yeah.
Because all of that it's all taxable income, and I'm
Yeah.
not giving them any.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's up to you.
The only thing that saved me.
They're saving your money, and you're keeping
Well,
your money.
that's true.
Either way,
That's true.
but I'm just getting my money back, and it's not that much anyway. But I mean, it's a little bit of something.
Yeah, it's better than having to pay.
That's true. Yeah.
But what saved me from having to pay and getting money is my solar panels. There's a tax credit,
yeah,
and they will reimburse up to 26% of what you spent.
that's good.
But the bad thing is they don't give it to you up front.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not 1 year.
Right.
They spread it out throughout all these years.
Like
So the
always.
first years we got a little bit of something, and anyways,
Yeah.
so it was. But if I would have known, I would have been getting that much.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a decent amount. I would have done that, January
Yeah.
or February, whenever you get it.
I had to do my mom's. She passed away, but you have to file your taxes.
Right.
So I did all that, and I had to put on there deceased, and that I'm the person in charge of her, her estate or whatever,
Right.
and I put everything in, and I thought I said, man, if she's getting back $50, $100, I'm not even gonna file it. The heck with it. Why? But no, she's getting a pretty good little chunk of change. So
That's good.
I was surprised, and so I filed, but I had to mail mine.
That's
couldn't-
right.
I could
The
not-
internet thing was.
I could
Not
not.
working.
It said I needed an IP pin from the IRS. No idea where it is. I didn't know what my mom's AGI or whatever. What is it? The adjusted gross income.
Yeah.
I had no idea what it was like the year before, so I couldn't file hers online. So I had to go to the post office yesterday at noon and mail it, and then it'll probably take double the amount of time, so it'll be probably Christmas before we get it. But I mean, that'll be money at Christmas time.
That's right.
Or later in
Christmas
the year
bonus.
when you need it. So bang,
Yep.
bang, bang. Yeah, I'll take it.
That's okay. As long as you don't got to pay.
Yep.
That's even better.
Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, I definitely thought I had to pay.
Yeah, I don't know how long it'll take me because I'm sure me and millions of other people all filed on the last day. So
But yeah, maybe I might get lucky. Most people maybe file it electronically. Maybe there's not a million of them in paper form.
yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Heck, who knows?
Who knows? But I filed, so that's all that matters.
Yep. You're not in trouble.
Nope.
So, anyways, that brings me to procrastination,
Procrastination.
and I'm not gonna do it anymore.
Okay.
Remember, I've told you and the fellow listening
Yeah.
that I like to do things later. Like
Yeah.
that's my favorite time to do stuff.
Oh yeah.
I'm not doing that anymore.
Yeah.
I'm doing it right then. Because like with my schoolwork,
Yeah.
I can get the whole semester done right from the get-go.
Yeah. Be
Right?
over with.
And then you can be relaxed, no stress.
Or it helps you, like if you're not doing it correctly, they help you
That's
get
right.
it done right.
That's right.
And then at the end, if you're panicking to get it done,
But me, yeah,
You don't
I'm
have no
panicking,
chance for them to look at
driving, right in the back of a truck,
yeah,
the NASCAR race, trying to get something
Hey.
done.
you made a B.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm saying the stress level is not worth it.
Right. Right. I
So-
agree. I've been there.
Listen to whoever's listening. Get stuff done ahead of time.
Yeah.
Because this getting in the last second stuff,
Yeah.
it's stressful.
Yeah.
I like to think that I'm good under pressure and it's all good work that I usually put out,
Yeah.
but I don't know. It's not worth it. It takes the same amount of time to do it as soon as you get it than it does right before it's due.
yeah.
If you got 2 weeks to do a project, don't wait a week and a half
Yeah.
or a week and 6 days and try to get all that done. If it's only going to take you half a day, do it the first half a day.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
Oh my goodness,
agree.
I gotta quit.
I agree. Yeah.
From now on, people, hold me to it. I'm getting my stuff done early.
Speaking of like work, man, Daffy's been working a bunch of baseball games.
She's getting some money.
Well, yeah, but man, I bet she's got to be getting wore out. She worked like last week 2 or 3 days. She worked Saturday 2 games. She worked Monday. She worked Tuesday. I mean, she got home at like at 9:30, 10 o'clock every day.
It is tiring.
Yeah,
You're working a full day at school.
You leave the house at 6:37 and you there all day, and then you stay there for the game that night, and the games don't get over till 9:30. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But also, one of the baseball players, JV baseball player, he listens to our show also.
Yeah.
Yeah, his dad is co-teaches with Daphne, so you know who you are.
Shout
Yeah,
out.
You know who he is. He went to North.
Oh, okay.
But anyway,
Oh, I do know who you're talking
yeah,
about.
he's-
Yeah.
his coach, his dad's one of the baseball coaches.
Yeah,
also.
yeah.
So anyway, he tells us all the time. He tells me he says, "Hey, what's going on?" Yeah, it's like that. So yeah,
And you're like, I see what you did there.
yeah, I see what you did there. Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, shout out to you, bud.
We should wear our shirts.
Yeah, we should.
I never think of it.
Me either. I haven't even washed mine. I hung it up. Like I don't think I got it dirty. I wore it over a shirt.
Yeah, you wore it over your
So
other
I don't even
school
think
shirt.
I got it dirty. So I just hung it, and I mean it's just still sitting there. I liked wearing it over a shirt though. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I might
But
do
I
that
mean,
again.
we need to wear it out
Yeah.
so people can scan the back
Yeah.
and follow us and,
Yeah.
and listen to us on the Spotify.
Yeah, but I wore it over my shirt. Remember?
I know, but I'm saying
Yeah.
we need to do it more often.
Yeah, so people can scan it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I paid money for that little QR code.
We better use it.
Yeah, I think 16 people scanned it.
Hey, it's 16 people.
Yeah.
I think if we wore it more.
You know
Yeah.
what? I think somebody scanned it recently.
Really?
Well, our friend Jennifer did, but besides her,
Yeah.
and I think since I put that on Instagram, there is a back to the shirt, and it says on there, "Scan my shirt
Yeah.
to take it to Spotify." So maybe because you and I, neither one
Yeah,
of
we
them
hadn't worn
wearing
a
it.
shirt, so they got it off Instagram or something.
It must have, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Perfect.
I get random stuff of people I don't know that liked that post I put,
Yeah.
and I'm getting people following me
Yeah.
that I never heard of.
That's good.
Maybe that's people that followed you.
Yeah. Maybe so. Yeah, because
Get a little crossover.
yeah, it's a little crossover.
That's what we
there.
call that in the social media
They
business.
probably think me and you're gay though when they look at that picture of
You
my
think
head
so?
on your shoulder. Yeah.
No, that's just a friendly pose.
Yeah. Hey. You know what they say.
Yeah, they do say that, don't they?
Yeah.
Well, okay.
We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So, yeah, I have that interview at the VA, and I have to fill out a very long form. But I'm not going to procrastinate, Jesse. I'm doing it tonight. It's going to be all done, ready to go. And I just now looked at my computer and saw how long it is. It's like 8 or 9 pages. I got stuff I got to fill out. But it's at the top of the list.
And you're coming back to work next year, right?
Yep.
I mean, your son is leaving. I mean, he's going to the high school, so you
Yeah.
know, it's a lot of people do that. You know.
Yeah, but I'm okay at the middle school.
Yeah, you kind of got a little niche going for you.
I like middle
You
schoolers.
kind of carved out of your own little niche.
In a good way.
Yeah. Yeah, in a good way.
I like it there.
Yeah, you like it.
You know what makes me sad?
What's that?
2 things. The 8th graders that I like move on, and you don't see them anymore.
Yeah.
But teachers that quit or retire, that you don't see them anymore.
Yeah.
Like you get used to seeing the same people in the hallways or going to the same people's classes and stuff, and then
Yeah.
they get hired on somewhere else or they move away or whatever. Same thing in the military.
Yeah.
Like right when you get to be friends with somebody, they get
They're gone.
stationed somewhere or you get stationed somewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the two things that I don't really like about it. But yeah, I'm coming back.
Yeah. That's good. I know I got one more year in me there for sure.
At least.
At least. I'm going to.
You got a good gig.
I have a really good gig, but, you know, hey, I think
There's some stressful stuff,
Daphne.
right? But I mean, that's okay.
I think Daphne's going to work another year and she can retire and then we could move somewhere else.
Well, let her retire.
You know, I mean, you're going to do this podcast, you know, mobily.
You let her retire and you still work.
Yeah.
That's okay if one of you works. You don't got to move just because one retires.
Yeah. We'll see.
If you buy a house, just buy a house close by here.
I know. I kind of want to get back to the country, though. I like it. I like it
There's
West Texas.
there's country right around the
I like
corner.
it. I like it where it's desolate.
Oh my goodness.
You know.
Go 12 miles that way.
I like it where there's nothing.
You won't even see a house. You know what I mean? You'll hear some artillery from out of Fort Hood.
Oh yeah, that'll keep us up.
Or
at night.
Fort Cavazos.
Dogs barking. Yeah. I don't know. I know I got another year in me there for sure.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
I'm going to play it year by year though. I guess I should because we're on contract anyway. But they might not want me back. But
You're just saying you're not bought in for multiple years at this point.
yeah,
Every year you're going to reassess.
I want to put 7 more years in, but I can't guarantee that, so I'll be there.
Okay, I won't hold you to it right now.
Okay.
I think, let's see, how old am I now? I was really hoping to not have to work at about 56.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to. You're done retired from the military.
Yeah, but that retirement check's not what you think it is.
Yeah. My mom had a good retirement check
Oh, from the post office?
from the post office.
Yeah.
I was looking at her salary or seeing what her annuity payment was every month. And it was pretty darn good.
Yeah.
You know, she'd been retired for over 20 years and been getting that check every month. That's a pretty good check.
That
without
is.
having to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in the Air Force or the military, the Air Force will pay me half of what my base pay used to be.
Yeah.
And your base pay is not all what you got paid. You got paid your base pay. You got
Yeah.
paid for housing and food and
Yeah.
maybe a combat pay or special duty pay or, you know what I mean? Just to
Yeah.
get all these pays
Yeah.
in there. But you don't necessarily get all of that.
That's what she got.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
Yeah. That's a heck of a check to get for not having to work,
Yeah.
honestly. I mean, not so much nowadays, but, you know, I bet 20 years ago that really was good.
Was she getting the same or there was the cost of living allowance bumped up
No,
every year?
Probably it's coming from her annuity deal, so I imagine it was the same every month.
Huh.
It's a
We
pretty good
get-
check.
Yeah. We do get a cost of living allowance.
Yeah.
I mean, a raise.
And maybe being federal. She was a federal worker, so maybe they do too.
Yeah. But I'm saying, so when you retire, your paycheck goes not just cut in half, it's cut maybe a quarter
Yeah.
because you're getting just half of your base pay.
Yeah.
And I was a master sergeant with 21 years, so they're going to take that. And at 20 years, you get 50%.
Yeah.
Every year, you get 2.5%. So I'm at 52.5% of just that. But
Yeah.
that's not, I'll tell you what, I could live off of it with Wendy working,
Yeah, you could.
but
But you want to do things you want to do.
I mean,
And you want to be
yes, I would have to probably
Same with all
live
of
in a
us.
cheaper house
same
and
with me. You
buy
know,
not as many groceries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not go out to eat as much.
Different cars.
Not so many breakfasts at Miller's Barbecue every Saturday.
Oh, surely not.
Yeah.
Maybe 0.
Yeah. Maybe 0. Yeah.
But I'm saying it is livable,
Right.
but it's not really livable.
No. I agree.
So I'd like to stay in the school system for another.
Well, the reason why I say 7 more years is I could retire.
Then you could start drawing Social Security and from your
Well,
teacher.
I don't get no Social Security taken out from. Well, I'll get Social Security from my other jobs.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could get my.
So
teacher
you already got
retirement.
like a pot of money in there.
I could get my teacher retirement, and then I got my state retirement right now that I get every month. I got my insurance for nothing for the rest
Through
of my
the
life
state.
through the state.
Yeah.
For my retirement, and so if I could get the teacher retirement and my Social Security, I think I'd be okay.
Yeah.
I think I'll be okay. But it means it's 7 years though.
Yeah.
But man, these years are going by fast.
I mean, pretty soon we're probably going to start selling some advertisement on the podcast.
Oh, with all the listeners we got, I don't see why we couldn't.
Right. We'll probably have
Joe Rogan, eat your heart out.
probably have some local endorsements to start out, and then you never know. I mean, we are listened to worldwide.
Oh yeah, we're worldwide.
That's true. So we're kind of a big deal.
We're kind of a big deal.
So once podcast money starts rolling in, I mean, who knows after that, right?
You never know.
We'd both be retired.
We could
Still making podcasts.
still making
And
podcasts.
T-shirts.
Yeah, T-shirts. Where do you get those T-shirts at, Joe?
Force 10 Apparel on the Etsy. So actually, it's like etsy.com/shop/Force 10 Apparel.
Force 10 Apparel.
Yeah, there's one shirt on there. There's going to be more though, but I can't devote T-shirt time right now. I have to devote schoolwork.
Yeah, schoolwork, because you can't procrastinate.
Nope.
Yeah.
I might have to take a day off though.
Again?
Yeah.
Man.
Like I need to concentrate, devote a day. I can't. I don't know. I can't.
You don't have Friday off?
That's true. I am going to get a lot of work done
Yeah.
this weekend.
Yeah, Good Friday this week.
Yeah. But we go to school Monday.
Yeah. Man, we're not, you don't have to go.
Well, that's true. Yeah,
don't
you
have
could
to
you
go.
could take a day off
Yeah.
on Friday
We're not
because
doing
the
anything.
kids have Friday off.
And we're not
I
doing
mean,
anything.
Monday off.
We're not doing nothing.
I know, but those are my favorite days to be at work.
Oh, yeah, so you can walk around and talk to people.
I mean,
It's what I do.
why not go there and get paid for it?
It's what I do. Yeah, yeah.
But I don't have a chance to talk to folks as much as I'd like
Right?
because there's kids there. I got to be helping kids,
Yeah.
and they got to be teaching. You know,
Yeah.
you can't just hold conversations in the middle of class.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but I have a feeling we're going to have a big turnover next year.
I know of a few teachers that are leaving, but
I think it's going to be big.
I think they already know who's going to be leaving. There's going to be
You
a couple
think?
retiring, a couple moving. But so they'll be able to advertise.
I hope they know.
It's just bad when you don't know until like right when school starts.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of, I mean, other places the teachers are leaving too. They always looking.
Nah, we're always at the end. Need 2 or 3 teachers because of something. Always happens.
Well, that's because teachers don't tell,
Yeah.
Yeah,
folks
folks that they're leaving until the last minute.
You're right.
So then we got scrambling. But I don't know. I mean, we might get surprised.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to advertise and hire early.
I hope.
Yeah, I think it'll be good.
Yeah.
I already know of some folks that are leaving.
I know Daphne's emailed the principal, but I don't know if I don't even know if he's responded to her or anything, honestly.
Well,
Shame, though.
Yeah, they've been busy.
Right, but I don't know.
Yeah, you don't really have a lot of time to sit down and peruse emails.
True
know?
that. But when I tell him that he has some emails from her,
Oh,
You
okay.
know.
Yeah,
you can at least contact her.
that's good.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll be here.
Well, yeah, it'd be nice. But, I hate for another district to get her.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I think it might be coming.
But there's a lot of districts that are always hiring.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, true. No, she's not worried. I'm not worried about her getting a job. 20-some-odd year teacher, dude.
Oh, I know. I'm not worried about that
Yeah,
either. I
mean-
think. I'm just saying.
I just feel like the district's losing out if she leaves our district to go somewhere else.
I'm just saying. I know that there's a lot of other places hiring,
Right.
and I'd hate for her to
Yeah.
get on over at some other place
Yeah.
before we get a chance.
Exactly. But it'd be cool.
I'm looking forward to next year. I'm really looking forward to the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are we doing this summer, Joe? We're gonna do barbecue podcast.
Oh, that's right.
We're gonna go eat some barbecue.
We ate some barbecue today.
Yeah, we did.
We went to Best Quality Meats
Yeah, best quality
over
meats.
in Temple.
Pretty good too.
I like it.
Yeah.
I get what's called the trash plate or the baby
Yeah.
trash plate because I can't eat with the.
Well, I
the
didn't go
full-size
get it.
one.
You brought it to me.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I appreciate it. It was awesome.
Well, My wife
Oh,
really
yeah.
likes that place. And so she knows they close at 6. She's got to work till 8.
Yeah.
So we ran up there, got some stuff to go, brought it to her, and then came
Yeah.
here.
Daphne told me, you get home before 10 o'clock, being kind of a smart butt. Because, one time we remember.
Sometimes you and I talk a lot.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I got home late, and she was all like, why does it take so long? She said, if you get home before 10 o'clock, can you stop by Dairy Queen and get me a Buster Bar?
Oh, man, those are good.
And I'm like, yeah, I'll get you one. I'll get you a
I
Buster
feel
Bar.
like Dairy Queen also.
Yeah, there's not one around here, is there? The only one's in Temple? I don't think there's one in Belton, is there?
Nope.
No.
We have a Sonic.
Yeah, but they don't got Buster Bars, dude.
Nope.
So yeah, I
Well,
need to be out here by 8:30.
There was a Dairy Queen, I think, that recently shut down.
Oh, on Adams in Temple.
Oh,
in
that's
town,
it. That's
downtown.
it. Yep.
Close to downtown.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh.
how can you shut down the Dairy
Have you
Queen?
seen
That should be
that
illegal.
chicken salad chick? They built a new one. It was supposed to open like January or February.
The one on in Temple?
Yeah,
They got hit by the tornado?
No, it built it right there next to Rose's Mexican restaurant.
Oh, I hadn't been over there in a long time.
They have no electricity.
What happened?
Evidently, they didn't plan right.
Oh, you mean it got built with no electricity?
They have a building perfectly ready to go with no electricity.
Dang.
It's just sitting there empty. Tables, chairs, everything inside. Everything's ready. Signage.
Did somebody not pay the power bill?
No. They didn't realize there's no access to electricity there.
Nuh-uh.
They're going to have to go underneath, I think, all the way underneath Rose's.
Get out of here.
You swear? And trench, or not trench,
Yeah.
it goes underground. They're going to have, and that's expensive.
Yes, it is.
And they got no electricity.
Oh, my. An engineer's getting fired.
Evidently. Yeah.
Yeah.
That building's been sitting there empty since January.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
A project manager, engineers,
Somebody dropped the ball.
General contractors.
No power.
Oh, my goodness.
They got to get power from somewhere. They have no power from there. At that area, in that location. Like, wouldn't you think that'd be one of the first things you look at?
Yeah.
You got to have power. But yeah, it's just sitting there.
Even whenever the power
Maybe 5
source
months,
is
maybe.
there, you should have a pole with temporary power.
Yeah.
For the contractors.
I guess they use generators and stuff.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. 5 months. It'll be 5 months May. They just sit in an empty building.
Somebody's losing money.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's
What
crazy.
kind of place is it going to be?
That chicken salad chick. They just sell that chicken salad.
Chicken
Yeah,
salad?
they got
chick?
Fancy Nancy and I don't know. all
Oh,
kinds.
okay.
Daphne loves it. She got
There's
the little
a-
cooler and everything. Like that's her place to go.
Oh,
She loves
where's another one at?
Waco. They got them everywhere.
Oh, okay.
They got them everywhere.
I can't say that I'm familiar.
All they sell is chicken salad.
I take it it's delicious chicken
And
salad.
they got all kinds of different catchy names for every one of them. Yeah.
Are you a fan of chicken salad?
No.
If I was to guess, I would have guessed no.
Well, the first part, chicken, yes. When it says salad at the end of it, no. Don't eat salad.
But it doesn't have leafy stuff in it.
The only salad I've ever eaten in my life was candy salad.
And how was that?
It was pretty good. They emptied out like bags of M&Ms and Snickers and what do you call them, Milky Ways and Butterfingers into a big old bowl, and they called it a candy salad.
Well, how could you go wrong?
You can't go wrong. Candy salad.
But chicken salad doesn't have leafy greens and stuff in it.
No, but it still says salad.
It's got mayo, and you like chicken and mayo.
Yes, but it says salad. They put onions in there. They'll put celery in there.
Those are tiny
They'll put,
pieces.
Grapes. I've seen them put grapes in
It's
chicken
delicious.
salad. No.
It is delicious. Walnuts,
it sounds
grapes,
disgusting.
cranberries.
I love peanuts. pecans, walnuts. I love all that, but it just
Why
doesn't
not
sound
put
right.
it together?
I think because of the name.
You need to close your eyes and take a bite and have
I'm
and
messed
eat
up,
it.
Joe. My head, my brain is just, when I hear salad, it just don't sound right. So
What if somebody just handed you? It's just a Fancy Nancy.
Yeah, the Fancy Nancy. No.
You're
No
not having
Fancy
it. Huh?
Nancy. I know what Fancy Nancy is.
You're not having it.
No, I'm not having it. Nope.
I mean, you're missing out.
I might be. But I mean, this might be, instead of me weighing what I weigh, I might weigh, another 50 pounds heavier if I eat chicken salad. Who knows?
Well,
I mean, I'm just saying. Thank God I don't eat it.
oh,
Same
okay.
thing with pizza. Pizza smells delicious. There's probably not. That's probably of all foods. Pizza to me smells it's one of the best smells.
I agree.
But I can't eat it. I don't like it. But it smells.
It's the cheese, isn't it?
Yeah, the cheese and the sauce.
What's wrong with the sauce?
I don't know. I don't like it. And I mean, dude, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm glad I don't like it.
What if you
I'd
ordered
weigh
it
400.
like a very little amount of sauce?
Yeah, I've tried
and
it.
other stuff on it.
I don't like it.
Huh? Okay.
I'm weird, dude. Just weird.
Well, you're right. You're probably better off that you don't.
I'm
like
better
it.
off. I would weigh probably 450. They'd call me 454. Like the trucks I used to drive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Heavy duty.
So, are you still drinking a lot of water?
Every day. I probably had maybe 4 glasses of tea since December.
And
no sodas.
Man, that is good.
Yeah. And I'm talking about, like little glasses of tea, not a big old 44-ounce glass of tea.
I don't know how big this is, but this seems
That's
like
32.
it's like a half a gallon.
Yeah. Yeah. I drank 2 liters of water today. And
Look
I'm
at
drinking
you.
a cup of water right now. A glass of water.
I have not.
Yeah. I can't wait to go get my blood done. I got to go in May 1st.
Well, I just got mine and it came back good, but I know I need to be drinking more water.
Yeah.
She did say, "Oh, you might be a little dehydrated," but it's because when I quit drinking coffee, I would normally switch to soda or sweet tea at school. But I quit drinking soda, right?
Yeah.
So now, and there's no place to get sweet tea at school.
We went to
So I need to just bring bottles of
we
water
went to
or
my
something.
uncle's the other day, and he got nothing but Dr. Pepper. And
That's right. He's a big fan of Dr.
Daphne said,
Pepper.
"Will you split a Dr. Pepper with me?" And so I drank a little bit of a Dr. Pepper. But I don't even I drink it and I'm like, oh, I've lost that taste for it. I don't really want it. It's too sweet.
Before you've been trying to drink a lot of water, is that you would normally drink Dr. Pepper?
Dr. Pepper or Coke, and we used to be a big Dr. Pepper drinker, but for some reason I started drinking Coke. I think it was because the acidity. You like the stronger.
Yeah.
I wanted the stronger stuff.
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper's sweet.
It is. I'm a fan of both.
I'm a fan of both. I mean, I ain't gonna lie.
If I were to pick between Pepsi and Coke, I'd probably pick Pepsi.
Really?
Yeah. And especially cherry Pepsi.
I don't have like I said, all my life we grew up drinking Dr. Pepper, but little by little I started drinking Coke. I like those Cokes in a bottle. The big Mexican Cokes with real sugar.
Oh, yeah, they're great.
Yeah, and I think that's got me back to
They're
drinking
expensive,
Coke.
though.
They are, but man, they're worth it though. Man, ain't nothing tastes better than coming out of that glass.
Do you ever
bottle.
go to that taco truck in Temple on the? Oh my goodness!
I've never been to a Temple taco truck.
It's on Adams, all the way at the end on the right.
Yeah. There's a chicken place too. Like
this is right before a little barber shop.
Like that, Irvin's Chicken. They say it's the best chicken around, and he's in a trader. He used to have a restaurant, but now he does it only on Saturdays, and they say the line is humongous.
Huh?
Irvin's Chicken.
Fried chicken?
Yeah.
I love fried chicken.
Only open on Saturdays. It's a truck.
Okay.
Food truck.
Is that in Temple too?
Yeah, in Temple.
That little I think it might be called Stella's. It's right before that little barber shop. It's on the right. It's great. Anyways, I get the Mexican Cokes there.
Yeah.
I'm willing to. I know it's a little pricey, but I don't care. It's good.
Me either. I don't really care. They're good. Well, they were. I don't drink them anymore, but if
you were to,
I would.
you'd splurge.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
What else we got going on? What's going on in the world? Do we know?
Lots. Got all them tariffs.
Tariffs, money coming in the
panicking.
U.S.
People panicking about the tariffs.
I'm not.
I'm not either, but the way the media talking, it sounds like the world's going to come down.
I don't listen to them.
I don't either.
They
just try and do fear-mongering.
They goofy.
Just fear-mongering.
Yep.
Yeah. Just trying to scare people.
I say.
For no reason. Man, why don't you just get behind it?
No, they have a reason.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's political.
It's political, but what I'm saying
they don't want
is,
to do anything to make Trump look good.
But, man, make our country look good.
Here's my advice.
I mean, heck with Trump. Make
US.
our country look good.
Yeah, here's my advice, U.S. population, if you're listening. Just chill. Let him say he's going to do 100%, 200%, 1,000%. Let's not freak out.
Yeah.
Let him do his deal.
Yeah.
They come to the bargaining table. Whatever happens at the end,
It's better than what it was.
it's going to be better than what it was.
Exactly.
And we might come out
You know,
on the better end of the deal.
What's so funny is like, he put that 125 tax on China, right? So China's like, oh yeah, we're going to be ballsy. We're going to do the same to you guys. They don't buy nothing from the United States. What do they buy from us?
They might buy food.
Yeah, they might buy rice.
Yeah.
Chinaman's like rice.
I think, big time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, they got a couple billion people over there.
Yeah.
But anyway.
But it's going to hurt them.
I think there's some.
Because they need it.
I think there's
feed what
some
they got.
food, like grains, right? So our Midwest.
They're not getting no grains from Ukraine. The breadbasket.
Not right now, they're not.
Exactly.
They got them farmers tied up trying to.
So who's going to feed them?
Well, that's what they're concerned about.
Japan is going to be the first ones with the. We're dealing with Japan right now.
Yeah, so just bottom line up front.
Yeah.
Just chill.
Yeah.
Because let him talk, let him do his thing. He can't explain what he's doing to us because if he does, the other countries are going to hear what is behind it.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. Let him do it.
If they would just read the art of the deal, they would know that that's in there.
Yeah.
Don't let the other guy know what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, because he'll announce those tariffs, this over, and then all of a sudden next day he goes, well, or a couple of days later, well, we're not going to tax cell phones, chips.
Certain chips and stuff
something like that.
I actually disagree with that.
Yeah.
I think that those should be because the reason why our manufacturing jobs went overseas is because it was cheaper overseas. It was cheaper for our company
right.
to go over there, build a $1 billion building, hire 500 employees, make it, and ship it over here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But, Joe, we have the technology. We're automated. We can make a robot make everything, and that robot don't cost nothing.
I agree, but
it takes time.
If we tariff that,
yeah,
it's not going to become cheaper to make it over there.
Right.
It will be cheaper to make it here.
I know, but we got to get.
I don't want any exemptions from all these countries.
Yeah,
well, we're going to exempt this. Maybe exempt something that country has exclusive.
Yeah.
Like China, if we want to import some silk, right? Spices or actual China from China, like dishes.
But I think in the interim, we're going to have to get some stuff from them that we need, like cell phones and stuff, until we can get those guys to build their companies.
I don't care. Let the price be high.
Yeah.
But there already was a trade deficit with them.
I mean, Motorola used to make their phones here.
There was already a trade deficit, right?
Right.
So let them lower what they were charging our companies to bring stuff in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Till we get back on an even playing field. That's all I'm saying. Just chill. Even if it's a year, even if it's 2 years, let's just let him work.
Let him work.
That we hired him to do something. Quit.
Yeah, that's why he won by such a big margin.
And I'm like, why are you saying this about him? Like, whose side are you on?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Are you on Canada's side? Are you on Mexico's side? Japan's side? Like,
I don't know. The
literally,
world's crazy.
Why are they picking the other countries?
Just like the guy that killed the kid in Frisco. Everybody's pulling for that guy, and he murdered somebody.
Oh, I'm not familiar with that.
I'm not either. I'm not 100%. I just know that, or like the Luigi guy that killed the insurance guy. I mean,
that's crazy.
People think they're heroes. Our world is getting messed up when because of all that kind of stuff like that.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. Agree. Same thing with Harvard. He's going to cut billions of money going to Harvard. Why does Harvard get that much money anyway?
That's what I'm wanting to know.
Why don't they send that to University of Texas, Texas A&M? They don't send. I imagine they don't get that much money.
Harvard, I think, might be the richest school.
Yeah, the richest kids go there. I believe they can afford it.
Yeah.
Why are they getting so much money, government money?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's aggravating, isn't it?
Yeah, very aggravating.
I don't even think that any colleges should be getting that money. They charge a tuition. Tuitions have been going up like crazy every single year.
I mean, they say it's for research and this, that, and the other, but it's got to be some.
But they're
I'm sure
getting
some
tuition
I'm
for
sure
that.
some scammy research too.
Yep.
You know,
But
like
yeah, that's another
turning
story.
mice into transgender mice and
Well,
whatever,
that's
you
a
know.
whole nother story.
right.
But the fact is that not only are they charging tuition, which pays for salaries, it pays for upkeep of buildings and the grounds, but they're also getting these endowments from their alumni.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, these people are writing.
Or they die and they leave all their fortune to them.
Right. They're writing
They
big
get plenty
checks.
of money.
Big checks.
Yeah.
But that stuff, those big checks goes to the buildings. They go to research. They'll open up a stadium or
Yeah.
something. But they're not hurting for money.
Oh, and then the judges that are not letting us deport people.
Well, those are crooked.
Yeah.
Like whose side are you on?
Yeah.
Judge.
You're right.
I don't think that.
It's not even their business.
Yeah, the judge shouldn't have anything to do with that.
People here illegally, they're here illegally. They should go back. You're a criminal.
Yeah.
Because you can't. Part of the word it's illegal means you broke the law.
You're talking
that
about
makes you a
that
criminal.
that fellow from El Salvador.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, MS-13 gang member.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, the reason why the administration said that they made a mistake deporting him is because in 2019, some other judge said, yes, he's here illegally and doing this, but we can't deport him because of there's like some technicality.
No, rival gang. They gave him asylum because a rival gang. Well, why is a rival gang trying to kill him? Because he was part of a gang.
Well, they're not going to kill him down there. He's still going to be in jail.
Regardless. Exactly. So if you were scared to go back to El Salvador because a rival gang going to kill you, well, evidently you were part of a gang if you have a rival gang. Just listen to the speech.
Yeah.
Rival gang means you were in a gang and a gang that doesn't like you is trying to get you. Yeah. And they're like, oh, no, he's, father of three and yada, yada. No.
He's not a U.S. citizen.
He's not a U.S. citizen.
So, and the president of El Salvador is like, no, we're not sending him back.
Yeah.
Like, he's our...
Why
would we help him
why is
be
he not
illegal?
a U.S. citizen?
What's that?
Why is he not a U.S. citizen? He got 3 kids born here.
I don't think he applied.
Exactly. Why hasn't he applied?
I don't know.
Okay. There you go. He's married to an American.
Because he
got 3 kids. It took 3 years to make the kids.
At least.
Maybe 4. Let's add for the first one. And he's still not applied for citizenship? Come on. I'm going to say like Sleepy Joe. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And people are up in arms that some of these judges are getting fired, but they're crooked.
Oh.
You can't legislate from the bench.
No.
You don't just get to make laws by being a judge. That's not your job.
They don't make laws.
I know. It's aggravating.
No. The president does foreign policy.
I'm so glad we're finally getting somebody in there that's going to get rid of all these crooked people.
The president handles foreign policy. This is foreign policy.
Right.
It's not. The judges do judicial. Judicial what? What is it called?
Well,
jurisprudence.
Well, yeah, but their job is to decide if a law is constitutional.
Right.
And if somebody has, they decide if somebody has broken those laws. But the president's in charge of all of the executive branch.
What law did Trump make? He didn't make a law. It's you can deport people. There's a law saying you can deport them. That law's been around forever. So now you're going to say you can't because it's not,
Well, with that one
their
particular
agenda?
guy, it's because of that technicality, that asylum in 2019.
Yeah. That guy is MS-13. I can bet you all the money I have.
I think, he's probably got a tattoo that says, I'm an MS-13 member.
Oh, I imagine you open up that shirt, and I imagine his chest says MS-13.
Well, even if it doesn't, like literally, it still tells people that he is. Not to mention doing the gang-related stuff that he got caught for.
Yeah. Did I ever talk about the person I've been having to sit with at school?
I don't know.
On the podcast?
I don't know.
I mean, sometimes I think man, did we talk about this or did we talk about that or did I tell that story already? And I know I haven't, but are we gonna have to start listening back to our podcast?
I do.
You
Is
do?
that weird?
Yeah, no, it's not weird because I think to myself, man, I want to talk about this, but did I talk about that already?
I forget about stuff we talked about, and I'm listening to it like somebody who's never heard it before.
Yeah, because we don't hear it because we're just talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I have a young lady I have to sit with.
Is it weird that I crack myself up and I laugh?
Yeah, well, I mean, you can look in the mirror and crack yourself up.
I'm going down the road and I hear
Yeah.
a story that you say or something, and I laugh.
So anyway, I got this. We're testing, right? And I had this young lady I have to sit with.
Yeah.
And she doesn't want to be in a crowded room. And I took her upstairs to go get her test, to go take her test today. And there was 15, 16 kids in there. I don't know how many in there. And I swear to God, she looked like deer in the headlights when she hit the door. Her eyes looked like as big as 50-cent pieces. I mean, it was like a panic that came over her, She's like, I'm not going in there.
15 people's not bad.
No. And the teacher in there was like, oh, sweetie, I got a table set up all for you. Just, And nope, she wasn't having it. So she went home because they're supposed to take tests. They can't just sit in a room and not take the test because you're an 8th grader. You're supposed to take the test.
Yeah.
So anyway, she went home for the day. So
is she gonna?
she'll take it next week
Yeah.
or whenever when they retest.
Yeah.
And it'll be less kids, which I don't blame her. I mean,
Yeah.
I never thought about it. I never, like I never seen that look like, is she really don't want to go in there because she doesn't want to be there with that big a group of people? But if you would have seen her face and her eyes, you were like, this legit.
Yeah.
Seriously legit, Like she was like, and her eyes just got huge. So, yeah. So anyway, I feel bad for her.
Me too.
Yeah.
I feel bad for a lot of these kids I see.
Yeah, true that. So anything else going in politics? I tried to change the subject there.
Well,
basically, it's all tariffs.
Yeah.
The stock market hasn't crashed.
No, it freaks out though.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, man, sometimes I'll look at it in I like to say my portfolio.
Yeah.
But really it's my app, right?
Yeah.
It goes up like 20%.
Yeah.
And you're like, whoa. And the next day
it goes down 40.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But I try not to look at it and get worried. But like I've said on this here before, I am looking forward to, I think some of them are really cheap.
Yeah.
And I think right now is it going to be a really good time to buy.
You need to. But I think a lot of it is, I feel like Trump is manipulating the market in a way. Could he be manipulated for his buddies? Like you announce these tariff talks, but then the next day you say, oh, Japan, South Korea, yada, yada. And then all of a sudden, woo, the market goes back up. Everybody, all those rich dudes bought the day before, bought all this. And the next day everything goes up.
To be
20%.
honest, I don't think Trump pays too much attention to the stock market.
Yeah. Well,
His first term,
he had Charles Schwab at the White House the other day.
His first term, it went so well. The
Yeah.
stock market was so I do remember him
Yeah.
talking about how well the stock market did.
That day before the stock market went real high, like the third best day since World War II.
Yeah.
Charles Schwab was in the White House the day before. Just saying. I have a feeling he can manipulate it. And like he's holding back. Like he hasn't mentioned who the 70 countries are that want to negotiate. He's only mentioned like a handful of them.
But isn't it over 100 at this point?
Yeah, it's a bunch. But what I'm saying is he's holding. So he'll like, okay, well, we got yada, 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 yada. And boo, there goes the stock market again. It plays off of
I
it.
don't think so. I don't think he puts that much thought into it.
I think he does.
But he's so open. If a reporter asks him, he's going to tell him.
Yeah.
He's not holding something until the next day.
Yeah.
But also, he's not. How does he know that a bunch of hedge funds are going to?
I don't know.
Hedge funds are going to
But
sell
I mean,
or
it works
buy.
off of whatever he says. If he says a lot of tariff stuff, it goes.
But these people freak out
panic sells.
too much.
Yeah.
Like, don't freak out.
I know, but they do. So, and that Caroline Levitt, is that her last name? Levitz?
Let's look it up.
Mr. Producer, what's her last name? Caroline Levinson?
Let's see.
She's awesome. I like listening to her. She tells those reporters just how it is.
Yeah,
She's awesome.
I agree. It is fun.
I like listening to her press conferences.
Yeah, Caroline Levitt.
Caroline Levitt.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Leavitt.
Levitt.
Yeah.
Okay. She's tough. Yeah.
She's smart.
I can't wait till she's out of there.
What
and
what a
she's on the
change,
news.
right? Can you imagine?
Compared to the last one? Yeah.
Can you imagine? Like, look at a clip from last year
Yeah.
at the same last
Yeah,
year,
yeah.
and then this year.
Yeah. A lot of
Oh my
difference.
goodness.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't wait to see her on a news channel one day. She'll be good.
You think that's where she's headed?
Oh heck yeah. Although she did run for Congress once.
I see her that.
Yeah.
I-
It's possible.
Yeah, she needs to
Possible.
run for office.
It's
She's
possible.
smart.
She ran before. From New
Has
Hampshire.
she? Well, let's see. What is she?
She ran for Congress, I believe, from New Hampshire.
Oh yeah, House of Representatives in New
Oh,
Hampshire.
okay, yeah.
But I was wondering if she ran a company.
I don't think so.
She's too young for that,
Yeah,
huh?
she was too young. She was college. Right out of college, she ran for Congress or wherever she ran
Oh,
for.
okay,
House of
I get you.
Representatives or whatever
Yeah.
she ran for. Yeah. And then she worked for, I think she worked for Haley McEnany. What was the press secretary for Trump at the end? She's on Fox now.
Let's see. What do we got here? First term.
First term.
Yeah. Kayleigh McEnany. Yeah.
Haley Mac. She worked for her.
Okay. So she knew. She kind of got the, learned the ropes,
She
as they
learned
say.
from her.
Yeah.
And that girl was awesome.
What'd you think about what's the governor's name from Arkansas?
Huckabee.
Huckabee.
Sarah.
Sarah Huckabee. Yeah.
Yeah, she was the.
She
was
did good.
The second one.
She might have been the first.
The first one. I think he had 3.
Yeah. Usually they resign after
Yeah.
a year and a half, 2
I
years.
think he had 3.
I hope that this one doesn't do that.
Me either. Because
And it's not
she's good to
because
listen to.
it's not because they get fired or they can't do
No,
it well. They
no.
just, that job.
Other opportunities arise. And she's pretty good looking, Joe.
That's true. She is easy on the eyes,
Definitely.
as they say.
Yeah, definitely.
You know who else I like that he picked? Susie Wiles.
Susie Wild.
That's his chief of staff.
okay.
That's the highest political appointee. She kind of runs.
Yeah.
She runs the things behind the scenes.
And I wonder how many women have been that.
She's the first.
There you go.
You know.
And what do they say about
Do you know
Trump?
who her daddy is?
Who's that?
Pat Summerall,
Really?
famous football player and
Yeah.
longtime football commentator.
Yep. On CBS.
Yeah, I think he moved to Fox with John Madden.
Okay.
So John Madden and Pat Summerall were the
Yeah.
two guys. They did Monday Night Forever, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Man, yeah. So that's her dad.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah, but yeah, she's been in politics for a long time, and she's really smart. She helped Reagan back in the day. You know what I mean? Like, she's been in it a long time.
Yeah. What's going on? What are you going to do on your day off? School?
Yeah. I think I'll probably go up to the college and sit in the library. I
Yeah.
usually get a lot done when I do
I
that.
have a doctor's appointment.
On Friday?
Yeah. I got a pain management appointment.
Oh, good. Hopefully you
Hopefully
can
my hip.
manage that pain.
So I can drive. It's the driving. I mean, just driving the 30 minutes, 20 minutes to the school, to work, kills me.
Man.
I can't get comfortable. I can't, and it's not a hurt. It's just an agony. It's like somebody's poking on you.
Have you tried those patches? You know what I mean?
the
Those
lidocaine patches?
yeah.
No.
You want to?
Yeah, no, I have. My uncle has a
Does
bunch
it kind
of
of
them from the VA.
relieve it a little bit?
Not really.
Huh.
Not really. Because it's just like it's a nerve pain.
You think they might go in there and like burn the nerves, like they do some lasering?
I'm going to find out Friday. But I don't feel like doing anything like that.
Are they just going to be the consultation Friday, or are they going to do
Consultation.
some work?
Consultation.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I get done Friday? They're going to come in and measure my shower door areas so I can get some glass doors.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now, how my shower's set up, it's kind of like there's a doorways,
Yeah.
2 doors, and you can go in one door and walk through the shower and walk out the other door, but it's drafty.
Yeah.
And I know that's for looks and it's supposed to look cool, but I mean, and then water gets all over the bathroom. It's just a mess.
Yeah.
So I don't care. At this point, we don't care that we're not going to mess up the aesthetics of the bathroom. We're getting shower doors.
And you think it's coming from the top or blowing from the sides? I mean, coming from the bottom or the top, or like blowing, bouncing off at you out.
I think it's like bouncing off. Plus, I have the shower handle that you can take off from the magnet. And you try to rinse your hair or whatever, and then that's it just goes everywhere. It's just.
I didn't know maybe if they had to put a little lip. That might have helped.
No. I think just the glass doors itself. So yeah, it'll help out a lot. And I think it'll help keep the steam in the shower area as opposed to all over the bathroom and steam up the bathroom for 2 hours.
Well, speaking of glass doors, Sunday we went and looked at houses.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
that's right.
we went and looked at old houses, not nothing new, like in these fancy subdivisions you live in.
Hey, the one right next door is for sale.
I know, but anyway, we found 3 that we like, and a bunch of that we went into had glass doors when they didn't need glass doors. Like it would be a tub with a half a door, like a half a glass. I don't know, maybe the water sprayed out.
It looks like they overdid it though.
Yeah, sometimes it's like there's needless glass on these tubs.
Huh.
In a way.
If you bought it, would you take them out?
No, the ones we picked, the 3 that are our favorites, they were fine.
Okay.
Yeah. One of them I really like.
Did it have a bit of land with it?
I mean, it's here in town, in Temple, in the old kind of like off 35, kind of like I don't know, before you get to 36 and 35, that little area to the right, like behind the theater.
Yeah.
Old place. I mean, trees.
So not really a lot of land?
Humongous trees. Oh, big lot, though.
Okay.
One place is 2 lots. And it had this oak tree that is one of the top 20 oak trees in the state.
What?
Maybe like the oldest. Yes. I promise you, 5 or 6 of us couldn't put our arms around it.
No way.
Branches go way out. Some of them are real low, and they have like supports because they're so long and narrow.
Right.
Tree is humongous, dude. It covers the whole front the whole front yard.
You could probably get a plaque that says historical landmark.
I'm pretty sure, because that's part of the selling point. And then it had a huge yard in the back, huge, like Trump would say, in the back.
Almost an acre, or
a half an acre.
Okay,
a half an acre, and then there's another lot next to that.
Oh, that you could scoop up?
No, it goes with it.
Oh.
Like the house.
But does those whole lots combined about a half acre?
Say it's a little over half an acre.
Okay.
It's huge. I could probably hide a horse there. I mean,
even though it's in city limits.
The only thing Daphne didn't like about it is it's about a stone's throw from Seoul to Jalisco.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's close to the feeder. It's probably 100 yards from the feeder road. And 100 yards probably from, I don't know if I could throw a stone 100 yards, but it's right there. Daphne goes, I don't know if it's a good idea we live next to that Mexican restaurant.
Because y'all be eating there all the time?
We'd probably be eating there all the time, be double the size. Yeah.
Oh, man, yeah.
So
I'm glad I don't live close to some of the restaurants that I like to go to.
That might be one of the reasons why it hadn't sold. It's an older house, but it was pretty cool. The layout of it, the kitchen was awesome. The 3 houses we liked had good kitchens. The first house we liked.
Kitchens do sell houses.
The first house we liked had a nice flow to it. And it had the colors of it had like when you walked in, had like a calming, like it just felt good.
What color was it? Blue?
Kind of a lilac, like a light blue.
Light blue, purpley?
Kind of, yeah. And kind of some tans. I mean, it was just the colors were just calming. You know, it was some kind of blue color, but I can't exactly say what color it was, but it had a good feel to it.
Every time we bought a house, Wendy and I have had to paint. We did not like the colors.
Yeah, and it had 2 porches in the back, big yard.
That's party place.
The second house we liked the most had a fire pit, had a porch, fire pit. One side for the fence was a cinder block wall. The house next to it had a cinder block wall all the way around it. So, I mean, it's completely... that one had privacy fence all the way around it. Like, nobody could see you in there. It was pretty nice, too.
That sounds also like a party house.
And yes, all three of them, good party houses.
Oh, okay.
Because the one that had the big tree had this humongous carport in the front of it to the side where the tree is. So like from that carport, it was a real like it had purlins and stuff. It wasn't no rinky dink, lightly made carport.
Right.
It's heavy
Solid.
duty, solid made. It had a sitting area that was raised concrete. You came out of the door level, and there was like a sitting area. There had some chairs and a little table. So like that front where that carport is, you could hang out there and you wouldn't even see the sun. But yeah, definitely a party place. Joe Forson's house might not be the only party house.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Hey, that's good. We alternate.
Yeah, definitely. That's
so
what I'm looking
you guys
forward
gonna
to.
pull the trigger?
I love entertaining.
You gonna pull the trigger?
Yeah, I was talking to the mortgage guy today. We're gonna go look at some more this weekend. We're going Friday.
You gonna go out in the country outside of city
No.
limits?
No, we made our decision that for right now we're gonna buy one in town. Once my probate goes through for my mom's property, and we sell that place, what we might do is buy something. Maybe just buy land.
Okay.
Go buy 10, 20, 30 acres with that money. Because we got to spend that money. We have to
On
spend
land,
money
on
to
property.
not have to pay taxes.
Right.
Unless Trump can give us a no capital gains tax.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
And plus, so we need to spend that money.
Yeah.
So maybe buy some land, with it.
Yeah.
And still have this house. And then eventually maybe sell this house.
And build out
And
there.
use that money to build.
Yeah.
Or buy a place with a little land with a house on it, live out there, keep this house, and lease it out.
And rent it. Yeah, rent it out.
Yeah.
Or you could turn it into an Airbnb.
Exactly. We looked at one that was an Airbnb.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
Because you could not rent it out,
Yeah.
live in it, or have friends or family,
Yeah.
and then go back to the next month
Yeah.
rent it out.
It's some income.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. At first we were gonna go out, but I just started thinking about it. I said, let's get us a house in town for now, and then once we get that money from selling the property back home, then we can figure out what we want to do. Then either we're gonna buy a place and live, or we're just gonna buy land and stay here, and then sell it eventually and build.
What
or
about
vice versa?
buying a place with land, and a house and land,
Yeah.
still live in town, rent that one out?
Yeah. Either way.
What places like that do?
Yeah.
You can rent out corporate.
Yeah.
They can have corporate retreats.
Retreats. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
That's
big
a pretty
money.
good idea too.
Yeah, you only have to rent that out a couple times a year.
Yeah. That's a good idea. My sister and them have their place for sale back home. And so they're going to have to move on to my mom's place. I don't know how they're going to do it. They got 30 head of horses. And that land, or my mom's house, and then the land, it's only 8 acres. So they're
Oof.
going to have to do
Yeah.
either find some land to lease or something. But I think the people made an offer on their place and they accepted it. It was supposed to go under contract here pretty soon. So, and they sold it pretty good penny.
So the horses are like, hey,
what are we going to do?
what about us?
Yeah. And she probably, out of those 30, she probably only needs 10.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, she ought to find a place, I don't know, dispersal sale, do something. I don't know what she could do, but between her and her husband, they got 30 head. It's a lot.
I wish I had a place for a horse or two.
Yeah.
Or 4.
Yeah. She was telling me today that she's got like 4 studs that she breeds and stuff, but this year, nobody has wanted to breed to her studs this year.
Huh.
It's kind of crazy. Now, she's bred a lot of horses for other people because that's what she does. She does AI and ultrasounds and all that.
Yeah.
But she hadn't not bred her horses to nobody. Nobody has signed a contract to breed to her horses this year. Kind of weird.
Well, I mean, we're only in the 4th month.
Yeah, but you stop in June.
Oh, okay. I got
Starts
you.
in February.
Yeah, a little short window.
Starts in February 1st, ends June 1st.
Okay, that makes sense. I
Yeah,
get it.
Yeah. So,
Well, there's always next year.
yeah.
Unless she just gets out of that.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. I'm thinking that instead of selling my mom's place, my sister needs to buy me out with some of that money she's getting from
There you
her
go.
house. And then they'll live there for a year or two. That place my mom lives on is going to get higher and higher priced. They'll make more money than if we sell it this year. And they'll make more money. And then, they'll still get their money.
Win-win for everyone.
Win-win for everybody, Yeah. I don't know.
Who knows? It could go a bunch of
The
different
only
ways.
thing is land taxes. Fort Bend County is where we come from. They're terrible. They don't want anybody owning big pieces of land anymore. I think now it's like 50 acres to get tax exemption in that county.
For ag?
Yeah, like we're here. Like here is like 10, 15, 20, whatever it is.
I don't even think it's that.
Whatever it is, exactly. Over there is like 50 acres. So it's something ridiculous now. It used to be 20 acres, I think, 15 or 20 over there, and it's just gone up and up because they're just trying to tax everybody to death. My market value, that market value on my mom's property last year was like $600,000. You know what the market value is on the letter they sent me last week from the county?
What?
$850,000.
Well, you can appeal it.
Yeah, I know. So yeah.
Unless you want to sell it. If you want to sell it, then don't appeal it.
I want to sell it, so that market value
Is good.
I can go a little above that market value, say $1 million.
Because that's a tax appraisal.
Exactly, that's a tax appraisal. Yeah. So.
But if you want it to be lower for tax purposes, you can appeal it.
So we're not going to fight it unless my sister wants to stay there and buy me out. Then we need to fight it, or she needs to fight it.
No, you want it to be higher.
Yeah.
Give me half.
Yeah, give me half. Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, Fort Bend County is terrible.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You'd think it'd be a state thing.
No, it's a county thing.
I mean, but it should be a state
You
thing.
would think, huh?
Yeah.
They're terrible. Like I said, they don't want nobody to have big parcels of land. And if you have big parcels, you have 10,000 acres or whatever, big ranch. Well, you don't pay taxes on that. You pay, it's hardly nothing, But they don't want people to have, 20, 30 acres and getting tax exemption. It's just crazy. Small places like that, they're trying to run you out.
Let's say you have 10 acres. You don't get exempt automatically for having 10 acres for ag.
No.
You have to prove that you're doing something agricultural on it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
So what's the difference if you're working your land at max capacity at 10 acres and some other guy's working his at 80% at 10,000 acres? What's the difference?
When I used to live on that place, I had probably 10 head of horses, which horses don't count as ag exemption, I don't believe.
No, I don't think so either.
Anyway,
you have to
they're not
make and
livestock.
produce or something.
But I had my sister has lots of goats. And I had the next door neighbor's property leased, that right behind me. They're never going to sell. They'll probably donate it when they die to make a park or something out of it. And so I used to have that. So my sister used to keep some goats there. So I probably had 20 head of goats on that place.
Was it fun?
And goats is tax exempt. You
Right.
could use, but it was only 8 acres. There wasn't enough land to get ag exemption. Even though
I'm pretty sure a buddy of mine here has around 8 to 10 acres.
Yeah.
He's got bees.
Yeah.
And bees makes it ag exempt.
Yeah. Nope, not in Fort Bend
And
County.
he's got
And this was 30 years ago, Joe.
oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, they said he could either have like 20 head of goats or something like that. And he's like, nope, I don't want goats. And then I said, well, you need to have like 100 trees that can produce like pecans or apples or whatever it is. And then, or they said bees. He goes, well, how many bees I got to have? And they looked it up, whatever it was, like 8 hives. And he said, okay.
Yeah, the bee farm here in Walker, they sell bees, or they'll put their bees. It's like you kind of lease them.
Yeah.
But they collect the honey, or something like that. It's a pretty good deal.
He bought that stuff, and there was a buddy of his that knew how to do it.
Yeah.
And he set him up, and he's making honey and got jars and labels and sells them.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, we got to sell it. I don't want to pay that taxes because this year we're going to be locked in still on my mom's. She was over 65, and she was locked in.
Oh, okay.
But after this year, because it goes through probate, it's going to go up next year because
is your sister over 65?
No, I'm the oldest.
Oh, dang.
So I'll be, so no, we're not old enough. So, and anyway, so yeah, That's a shame. We have to sell. You have to sell when somebody dies. That's just crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, our country's not right.
Yeah. So get taxed
Yeah.
after death.
Text after death. Yeah, and your family, can't afford it or whatever, and then they got to get rid of it. And then they lose part of their money because they got to get rid of it. It's
Well,
it's a bad
hopefully
thing.
your sister can buy you
Yeah.
out and
Yeah, that'd
just
be
keep it
awesome.
in the family, and you have enough to go buy a plot of land,
Yeah,
and then
that's the plan.
I'll ride horses out there, and we all win.
We all win. Yeah.
Hey, how long have we been talking?
Oh, we've been on here a while.
I think Wendy's coming home.
Yeah, it is 8:22. I think we could almost wrap this up, Joe. We've done pretty good for not.
Yeah.
Not
I
doing
don't have
this
to
in a
worry
week.
about getting dinner this time.
Yeah,
She's
fed her.
working late, but we've already been
You
fed.
fed her some trash.
Yeah, that's right, the trash
The
plate.
trash plate.
It comes with Fritos, beans, brisket, sausage, and a little barbecue sauce.
Yeah, the trash plate.
And then they throw a couple of things of bread,
Yeah.
pickles, and onions,
Wow, that's a crazy.
if you want it.
Yeah.
But it's good. It's like a Frito pie,
Kind of like
except
a barbecue Frito pie.
yeah, except instead
Without
of chili,
chili,
you
yeah.
get the beans,
Yeah.
and instead of the ground meat, you get the brisket on top, and then
Yeah.
they just slice up that sausage in great big old chunks, and man,
Yeah.
it's good.
All right, Joe. Well, let's just call this. Let's wrap this up,
All right,
and we'll probably do another one Saturday. Get one out quick.
that's
another
right.
One.
Yeah. We don't
That
want to
way,
get off our
since-
schedule.
Since we screwed up and didn't screw up. You went out of town and we didn't get to do one on
I
Saturday.
was in Oklahoma.
Yeah, anyway, so yeah, we'll get this one on by either tonight or tomorrow, and then we'll do another one on Saturday.
Yeah, back
And
to
get
back.
it on Sunday, and we'll have two of them. We ain't missed a lick then.
We'll be back on track.
Yeah. All right, folks. Thank y'all for listening. We really appreciate all the 12s of listeners.
Yeah,
But,
it's gotta be
Anyway,
a lot.
yeah, I'm sure it's a lot. So anyway, that's a wrap.
Okay,
Adios, Joe.
adios, amigo.
What's going on? What's going on?